Good morning, everyone. Another module for the Earth and Life Sciences. Quarter 2, Module 26, Organ Systems of Representative Animals. Now, in this module, we are going to learn about the characteristics of different organ system of representative animals. Included in the objectives of the lesson are the following. Identify the different organ systems of representative animals and describe the characteristics of different organ systems of representative animals. Now, for the what I know, you have to answer 15 questions, multiple choice, as your preliminary assessment of what you already know about the organ system of representative animals. So, what's in? For the table 1, it shows the cellular organization of an organism. So, I've discussed this already doon sa mga nakaraan na nating module. So, for the cellular organization, we have the cells, tissues, organs, and system. As I have told you, cells that functions together will form a tissue, and tissues that functions together will form an organ system, and organs that functions together will form a body system. Now, let's make it fast forward for the benefit of everyone. So, in activity 1, we have the different body system: muscular, skeletal, endocrine, respiratory, nervous, immune, digestive, circulatory, and urinary system. I want you to list down one keyword for the different body system as part of your reflection. So the animal organ system, first one, let's have the digestive system. When we say digestive system, it functions in the digestion of foods, or the system of function is in the digestive of foods. What are the organs included, or what are those organs under the digestive system? So starting from the mouth up to the anus. So it includes mouth, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, then anus. So animal nutrition is the process of taking apart and taking up the nutrients from the food source. Food processing has 4 main stages: ingestion, digestion, absorption, and elimination or egestion. Ingestion ay yung pagpasok sa bibig natin. And then digestion ay yung pag-digest niya sa small intestine. And then absorption, paglipat na from the digestive system to the circulatory systems. No? What works in together? Yung nutrients na makukuha natin sa food ay pupunta sa blood. Blood ay bahagi ng circulatory system. And then last is the elimination or egestion. Yun naman yung paglabas ng mga excess waste product after the digestive process. So in animals with complete digestive system, where the entrance and exit of food and waste are different, they have different kind of mechanism of ingestion, depending on their evolutionary adaptation to their food. Now, next one, respiratory system. So from the word respiratory system, it is all about the gas exchange, the process of breathing in and breathing out of animals. So air is as a respiratory medium is lighter and has more oxygen content compared to the same volume of water. Ventilation is not much a problem of terrestrial organisms. So discussion lang siya dun sa page 8. But as the system itself, it is a process of exchanging oxygen and carbon dioxide. So as a requirement for the organism to live in, ay meron tayong needed certain amount of oxygen. So kinukuha natin yun ay sa halaman as a byproduct of the process of photosynthesis. So what are the organs involved in the respiratory system? So we have the nose down to the tube-like structure na dinadaanan ng hangin, trachea, bronchi, bronchioles, and alveoli, the sac-like structure in the lungs. Doon nag-filter yung gases para makuha natin yung oxygen at maisama naman sa blood kasama ng food, nutrients na kinuha natin sa ating mga kinain. So, yun yung pinaka-function ng respiratory system. Next, urinary system. So, in order to remove waste, animals have the excretory system which enables to remove the excess salt or water in the body. So, the waste removal follows the following process: filtration, reabsorption, secretion, and excretion. So, organisms have different waste in the form of nitrogenous waste which they need to excrete. So, yung ating mga wiwi. Different organisms have different excretory systems such as the protonephridia of flatworms, metanephridia of annelids, malphigian tubules of insects, and nephrons of humans and mammals. So, nephrons ay yung basic unit ng ating kidney, nephrons. Next, immune system. It defends the internal environment from invading microorganisms and viruses, as well as cancerous cell growth. The immune system provides the cells that aid in the protection of the body from disease via the antibody response. A variety of general responses are also part of this system. So in the table, it shows that the leukocyte responses to pathogens. Then we have the innate immune responses and the adaptive immune responses. For the innate immune responses, this is the first line of defense. Indiscriminately attacks pathogens. So, kasama doon yung neutrophils, monocytes, eosinophils, basophils, and the natural killer cells. Meron akong ipapasa. TikTok video siya ng doctor showing, TikTok video siya ng medical technologies. Pinapakita niya yung mga blood components na ito. Adaptive immune responses follows in innate response, targets specific pathogens, produces antigen, and specific memory. So, kasama doon yung T lymphocytes and B lymphocytes. So, kailangan strong yung mga cell structure na to sa katawan natin para malabanan lahat ng mga hindi kilalang hindi kilalang pathogens na biglang papasok sa ating katawan. So, merong mga bigla ang pumapasok sa katawan natin and the body system should fight for yung sa sarili nila para hindi manalo yung mga galing sa labas na unknown parts. Bigla silang pupunta. Yun ang nagiging, kunyari, cancerous cells. Dapat mas healthy yung healthy cells rather than dun sa mga cancerous cells. Next, endocrine system. So, this is the system that produces the hormones. When we say hormones, these are substances which can cause a reaction to a cell. It is secreted into extracellular fluids such in blood or lymph and transported to target cells to elicit a specific response which can be rapid or slow. So, malinaw sa inyo kung ano yung mga hormones, 'di ba? May mga hormones tayo na responsible para dun sa growth and development of the body, hormones para sa mga menstruation, monthly menstruation ng babae, hormones dun sa mga changes sa body from yung bata ka up to the adolescent stage, yung pagtubo ng mga pimples, ng mga bigote, pag-shape ng katawan ng babae and all. Hormones ang responsible pagbibigay nung ganung mga cycle or changes. Hormones din yung mga responsible dun sa ating, kunyari, sleep and wake cycle. Yan. Ano pa ba? Sa bloodstream natin makikita ang iba't ibang hormones responsible to abrupt changes na meron ang katawan. Mas ididetalye pa natin yung discussion about hormones para mas maintindihan ng iba what I am talking about when I say the term hormones. Next, nervous system. So, we have this response. Parang keyword ko dito palagi is the response mechanism of organism. So we have the central nervous system, which is composed of the brain and the spinal cord, while the peripheral nervous system is composed of corresponding structures outside of these two organs of the nervous system. So the central nervous system is responsible for data information processing, which is gathered by the peripheral nervous system. Upon processing, the CNS transmit the message again to the PNS when they convey the message for the appropriate response. So doon sa yung tinutukoy natin, peripheral nervous system, yun yung mga nerves sa iba't ibang bahagi ng katawan distributed. Yun yung kumukuha ng messages going to the CNS, and then the central nervous system will down the response from the message na kinuha ng mga nerves, which is a part of the PNS. So, less than a second ang mga responses na yan. Tulad kunyari nagsasalita si ma'am. So, merong mga stimulus na nagtitrigger sa akin to do the talk. And ano yung sasabihin? So, yung brain din ang magde-decide ano yung sasabihin, bakit ko to gagawin, anong message ang lalabas dapat sa bibig ko. So, anong mga tools yung gagamitin ko para ma-transfer ko or ma-convey ko yung exact message. So, yun ay bahagi ng trabaho ng nervous system. And lahat ng movement natin, lahat ng ginagawa ng katawan, bahagi yun ng nervous system natin, yung pagbibigay ng response, stimulus-response reaction from the nerves to the brain. Then, muscular system is yung ating structure na nag-holds, nagbibigay ng shape dun sa ating skeletal system or sa bones. So, the skeletal muscle is organized from its largest structure to its functional unit. So, kung yun yung nagbibigay ng figure, ng shape, yung nag-hold, yun yung nag-able to move the skeletal system or the bones. While the skeletal system provides the support and protection and attachment points for muscles. It provides the rigid framework for movement. So, it's the framework. Pero yung nagko-cause ng contraction for moving ay muscular system. Pero yung nagbibigay ng framework ng katawan at ng support and protection sa iba't ibang body parts ay skeletal system. And another function ng skeletal system is it produces blood cells and stores minerals. So, yun yung maigsing discussion ko about module 26. Dadagdagan ko mamaya pag-uwi ko ng hapon. Thank you!